Well, emergency officials are already arriving in some of the areas hardest hit by the earthquake. The town of Watsonville is just 20 miles from the epicenter. The earthquake has left hundreds of people there homeless. Liz Gonzales joins us with a live report on the relief efforts. Liz.
Wendy, the homeless are getting anxious and they're also getting angry. New estimates from the city are that 200 homes have fallen off their foundations, and they say that hundreds more still have to be inspected. It seems the only thing that homeless people can do is camp out with other victims and wait. Imagine having a family and living and eating outdoors in makeshift camps. Now imagine more than 1,000 people forced to live this way. It's no wonder people are asking for more help than just a cup of coffee and a cot.
All these people are going to be street people, and we're going to be living in the parking lot, and then sooner or later the city's going to come along and say, hey, you can't do that, because we've got new housing. But yet, you know how many people is going to be in line to get in those houses?
City workers and volunteers are concentrating on clearing out the devastated downtown business district and restoring power and water in the community. This is consuming 100% of their resources, but they say that reconstruction of houses and buildings is part of phase 2 in the rebuilding plan.
Have no place Where are they going to live? And rents are very high in this area. We do have subsidized housing. The city's worked hard on getting as many units of that as we can, and we've got the only women's and children's shelter in the county. But you're talking about a number of rooms, not anything that's adequate.
Adding to the desperate state here in Watsonville, powerful aftershocks overnight caused even more damage to homes and lives already scarred by the earthquake.
When I walked in, I noticed that the house was more up. On this corner here, when I walked in, I felt it more up, and then as you walk into the house, you feel it more lower towards the other end.
First, I awake and I told my mom, is that an earthquake? And she said, yeah, it's an earthquake. Just stay calm. The car is safer than the house.
Nora will be like many other children and adults tonight. They're going to be spending the night outside for the 3rd night in a row. That is what has the homeless people so upset. The shelters are full tonight. The 3 shelters set up here in Watsonville. There are more homeless people than there are shelter beds. The city insists it is doing what it can, and they're hoping for federal assistance to help them solve this housing crisis in Watsonville. Reporting live from Watsonville, I'm Liz Gonzales. Wendy, back to you.
Okay, thanks an awful lot, Liz. A lot of people are going to be in shelters again tonight.